Battlefront 2 in 2021. This is not so much my regular reviews I do for like a new game coming out. This is me wanting to revisit one of my favorite games. I want to let you guys know if it's worth grabbing or not. So this originally came out in 2017 and has since then been one of my favorite games. Top 5 for me personally. I never hear it mentioned in others' top 5 list though. Me being a huge fan of gaming in general, I go through a majority of the games that come out, whether it be beta testing or getting the full version, and there's not a lot of third-person shooters you can play as casually as this one. So since its initial release, I've re-downloaded it every few months, and each person I play with, we both have a great time playing it. If you have the game, it's extremely fun. When I was doing my research, there was a lot of negative things people had to say about it online. This game had a lot of potential but didn't meet those expectations early on. So I want to get into why the game didn't do as well as it could have. Point number 1 I have is, in the beginning, EA fluffed it. Yep, the people that made FIFA. If you played the beta, you know that once EA acquired the game, they added loot boxes and microtransactions, which would have made the game a pay-to-win service, similar to the other crap that they've produced, and I totally understand the outrage from the community. People don't want to pay £50 to £60 on a new game and then have someone else spend an extra £50 and instantly be better than them. There's no skill in that. EA constantly show themselves to be making mid games and trying to squeeze as many pennies as they can out of their customers, and that's made a large majority of the fan base from the original games not return. The second point I have is that there's so much more content they could have added to the game, but they stopped supporting the game to focus on Battlefield 6 despite the player numbers spiking in 2020. In addition to this, I wouldn't necessarily say it's their fault, but gaming over the past 3 years has been spoiled by Fortnite in my opinion. And no matter what your opinion is on that game, it's one of the most successful games ever made. All of its non-stop free content, virtual events with like Travis Scott, Ariana Grande, Marshmello, skins, tournaments, map changes, and on top of all that, they'll double the amount of content you get for a little £7 battle pass that once you buy it, you're never really gonna have to buy anything else again. Because of the numbers games like that have produced, other companies try copying their methods without putting enough time and effort into properly making something that their customers will enjoy. When making games, I feel that studios' priorities are messed up, hence why the life cycle of games aren't doing too well. But then getting back into the content they could have added something from the most recent Star Wars films. Star Wars Bad Batch came out, The Mandalorian, Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Clone Wars. There's even a few anime inspired shorts that's coming to Disney Plus. I'm a big nerd, I'll pay for all of that. But I think in 2020 all we got was I think they called it the Celebration Edition. Wait, let me check. Yeah. So in 2019 all we got was the Celebration Edition, which gave you was the skins to unlock that you would have gotten if you played the game enough. And for someone like me who started playing in 2017, by the end of 2019 I would have maxed out all my characters anyway and bought them a skin with the in-game currency I earned. So there's not much point for the people that stuck with the game from the beginning. Now don't get me wrong, this isn't to take away from the game, this is just what I think they could have done better. From returning, I can tell that there's still a decent amount of players playing the game. Matchmaking's okay, it's not the best, but we rarely didn't find the game. There's still a mix of high and low skill players. You can tell that there's people who did not stop playing the game, who have maxed out all their star cards and are just sweats. But depending on what you do, there's something for everyone. So let's say for me, who's quite a competitive gamer, I'm a tryhard, so all I want to do is play team deathmatch all day and see if I can beat my max kills and get new clips. My last game I had 113 kills, get off me, we are not the same. So but there's loads of different game modes to kind of suit your needs or what you want to do. There's Supremacy, which is basically large scale domination with transitioning maps. Heroes and Villains, Galactic Assault, Blast, which is like a 60-man TDM, Extraction, Ewok Hunt, which is basically survival. There's co-op missions if you don't want to face people, and that's just the online. There's a single player campaign with collectibles, so if you're a trophy hunter, that gives you a lot of replay value. Instant action against AI, and split screen multiplayer if you want to sit there and play with your friends. I can recommend this game, I really want to, it's one of my favourites, but I doubt there's any point anymore. I think it's too little too late. Even though I've had hours and hours over the past few years playing this game in our current position, the PS5's out right now. The next generation of gaming has just started. I don't think they'll be able to keep new players' attention for that long without some sort of upgrade. If you're like me and you're a diehard Star Wars fan, this is the best thing you're gonna get besides the original Battlefront 2 that came out on the PS2 in like 2005, I think. Lego Star Wars is lit, but you can't play online. Star Wars Squadrons flopped badly. I deleted that review. I couldn't be asked to upload it. Out of the things I mentioned before, if you're a new player and you do like Star Wars, you're gonna have loads to do. But if you're like me and you've had the game since 2017, by 2019, I think I pretty much had done everything. So it becomes much more casual for me, and you'll eventually finish it. You know, after the campaign, depending on how many of your friends have it, that will kind of limit what you really want to do. If you see this game for hella cheap and you're looking for something new and you can get like a few friends on, you will have a lot of fun. But as we are right now, I either think we need a remake of the original Battlefront 2 that came out in 2005 for the PS2, or we need to get rid of EA and work on a Battlefront 3 and incorporate scale that we have from the Battlefront 2 that came out in 2017 and integrate the creativity that Battlefront 2 on the PS2 had, and Battlefront 3 should be lit. New characters, new maps, slightly better, I'd say, hit detection for Jedi fights. The gunfights, the weapon system seemed all decent, but give us new things. Yeah, if we're not going to get Battlefront 2, hopefully we can get a Battlefront 3 if you make enough noise. Hashtag get rid of EA. Yes, sir.
Girl, don't tell me you can say that shit.